tour.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to your place of chill. It is the Coffee Company live here because it is Friday on the Coffee Company and Tottenham on tour, the world famous home of Levy out. It is Friday, the 8th of August, and it is a very lovely and warm 25 degrees centigrade today. And the feels like guy says it feels like 24, so he's been doing some work today. He has been doing some work today. Okay, what's the weather report for North America today?
First of all, let me say the Frank therapy session is open for the next hour or so. And there is a lot of therapy needed and a lot of rants incoming about various things. So looking forward to that. And today at 9 o'clock in the morning, it is 24 degrees and our boy is being lazy. And it's 24 degrees. And I've just seen something Sean has said, and that's a better way to start the day, but we'll get there when we say hello to everyone. I am happy. I am happy. I'm still going to rant about the things I need to, but well done, Tottenham, for something. Well,
Dagul he's flipping everyone. But without further ado, I have my iced coffee today, and it is a different one today. I've got a whipped iced coffee. I've got a whipped one. It's like but let's see who's in the house to take us through the show. We got Zach Robinson. Good to see you, buddy. European champion. Tweaky. Good to see you, buddy. European champion. YouTube member. Auntie Kate's in the house. YouTube member. European champion. Thank you so much for the raid on the Coffee Company side of this show. Thank you so much, Auntie Kate. Helps us out a lot, as always. We always love you in the chat as well. Queen Ellie's in the house, European champion. We got Stacey with 5 months of membership on the Coffee Company saying, bosh. Good to see her. Good to see her. Champion of the championship, I guess. Champions of the championship. Colin Grossamano, double winner, European champion. Shawnee Slater with a bomber.
Mate, I am so happy. I've just seen it on Tottenham. We are delighted to announce that Alfie Devine has signed a new contract with the club. Get in there and join championship side Preston North End. I am walking. Thank you, Tottenham.
That's what you needed today, Aki. That's what you needed.
You're still not escaping the rants, Tottenham. But you're
still not escaping. They knew this stream was coming today. Shit, we got to give Alfie a contract. We got Paige in the house. Good to see her. Hopefully you're well, Paige. YouTube member. Good to see her. Malware's in the house. Stuart727, YouTube member. European champion. Audio artisan. Richard Bird. European champions. Drew Lala is in the house. Good to see her. European champion. YouTube member. Bertie Hotspur. Daniel, the Hotspur State of Mind. European champions and YouTube member. Tavakron Wembley 1. YNK, Glenn Drake, Steve, European champions, YouTube member. And we got the 2 Mark Show, the Sheriff's in the house, European champion, YouTube member. Ian Ferguson, good to see you, mate, European champion. Yes, we do, Kudus. Good to see it. We're going to do it until the start of the season. When the start of the season happens, we will stop it. But good to see it. Stop saying European champions.
What I said yesterday.
Unless Thomas Frank does the absolute miracle and beating PSG next week, then we're saying it all year.
I started saying what I've started saying on the late night Lily White is are we European champions? Because we're not acting like them. So I've been saying to everyone, are we European champions? So you can call everyone European champions. I'm on the late night shows going with, are we European champions?
Well, it's a bit of controversy. SJ in best news he's heard all year. Craig O'Sullivan, absolutely no stupid comments today. We got plenty of mods in the chat. Please just be chill, Colin. Yeah. Nearest Northern Home. Wayne Holland's in the house. Good to see you, buddy. Del Boy. Gareth Thomas, good to see you. Junior Mafia, praise be to the Levy Clown Show. They are indeed. let's talk about it. Tottenham Hotspur 0, Bayern Munich 4 yesterday, and we watched the game yesterday.
Yep.
There were quite a few positives of the game, but there's an overarching problem. We've got no creativity, and when you're up against a team like Bayern Munich, you will get battered. You will get battered if you have nothing going forward. Doesn't matter how good your defense is. If the ball keeps coming back and you let players like Elise, if you got players like Harry Kane, Diaz, just to rattle a few off, if you've got players in your team that of that quality, they will punish you. They will punish you, and they did. So there are a few bits that are positives. There are positives from the game. The scoreline was a disgrace. Oh no, you've shat on his good news already, Shawnee.
That's fine. Mate, can be an option to buy. It's not an obligation. He'll smash it. Spurs will see what they've done. Keep him. Done. Big up, Joshua. Big up to everyone. I've just done my tweet. I'm happy. Have an option to buy. Fine by me. Doesn't mean he's got an obligation. I would have been going nuts. But have you finished what you were about to say about the game?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to break this down nice and simply and nice and easily. Yesterday, I spoke about this fan base having the argument about Sonny and Kane. And instead of questioning the ownership and thinking, wait a minute, why have we let the two greatest players of our modern history walk out the door not being replaced? Why are you not in absolute rage and anger and frustration about that, but we'd rather bicker about ourselves? Well, what would you know? APRS. Ange Postecoglou rage syndrome is rife and spreading like wildfire, because out they popped, out they come. Oh my God, you gave away Ange for this. Oh my God, da, da, da. It's 5 games in pre-season. He's had 1 month with the players. 1 month to be with the players. And people are expecting the Harlem fucking Globetrotters of Tottenham Hotspur. My good God. All these people that were saying, back the manager, back the team, have now come out and having a go at people that are backing the manager and backing the team. This is 5 months. This is, oh my God, Ange got 5th in his first season. Look what he's done already. And have we played a Premier League game? Have we kicked the ball? I will also say, in yesterday's game, Spurs had 5 players last season that had plus 10 goal contributions. They were Heung-Min Son, left the football club. Dominic Solanke, I'm thinking about getting missing posters up on fucking tree trunks to see where he is.
Yeah.
James Maddison, ACL. Kulusevski, out until 2026. And Brennan Johnson. So out of the 4 creators and goal scorers, out of the 5 creators and goal scorers that had plus 10 goals and assists, 1 of them played. We've also lost 67 goal contributions from the departed Sonny, from the injured Skian Son, and all of a sudden, no creativity whatsoever. None. But we have to come out and bicker and moan and now go for Thomas Frank. And I've seen so many Ange Postecoglou fans that said, oh, that's it, I'm done. Levy's a butt, feeling like we do. And that's it, I'm going for Levy now. But what would you know? What would you know? Out they come And I'm talking about YouTube comments and social media only. I'm not talking about YouTubers or anything like that. No YouTubers or anything. I'm talking about what I see on social media and what I see on comments on videos after the fact. How can it? This is like literally me saying to a brilliant artist, here you go, I've given you a blank canvas. I want you to paint a beautiful portrait of the Toronto skyline at night, which is a stunning thing for people to see if you haven't seen it. And the artist goes, okay, yeah, that's fine. No problem whatsoever. Sits down at his chair, gets his brush, sorts his canvas out, puts the whatever colour paint he's going to start. He gets this close, and I go, whoa. You can't use your hands. You can't use your hands. Now, the guy has been absolutely strung up by this ownership, and I'll get onto them later on. The performance was not good enough. And if we just look at the front lines that they had, let's review what's happened. So they got Kingsley Coman, who they've had for years and is a great player. 2 years ago, they needed a top draw striker. What did they do? Went and bought the best in the business, Harry Kane. The next year, they needed some kind of creative player to add some firepower because they lost the league. What'd they do? Go get Elise out of Chelsea. And then
Crystal Palace,
my bad. Then this season, lost Musiala to a terrible injury. No problem. Let's go get Luis Diaz out of Liverpool. Our front line, Pape Matar, Kudus, Richarlison, and Johnson on the left. But yes, we go and we sort this out, and Frank has got it nice and easy. And the final thing I'll say, and I'm going to have this little thing about the board. I'm going to get it. Where is it? Let me find Craig, because I know I sent it to Craig on my WhatsApp. Where is Craig? Let me just say this little bit. So, we all think that, obviously, he's the great businessman. So, only at Spurs could we lose a Champions League final and stand still, win a Europa League final and stand still, beat Chelsea in the Worthington Cup in 2008 and sell Keenan Berbatov in that summer, chasing top four, and at the point, a title with Harry Redknapp and sign Nelson and Zaha, and then have genuine title shots with Mauricio Pochettino in January and stand still and do nothing. But yes,
we're not a serious football club. It's
the manager's fault. It's the players' fault. Yeah, let's just play. And I will say, I'm going to keep saying this as well today. I will keep saying this for anyone that is on Twitter or any other social media platform. Go check Change for Spurs is they're back. They have had it. Obviously, they've been listening to what people have said. They've been waiting to see if Spurs do something. They have just tweeted something which I have retweeted. Everyone who is on Twitter needs to retweet it and get some what's it called, exposure, and get it out there. If it's on their Instagram, I haven't checked, or Facebook, get it out there, share it amongst everyone. They're dropping a big announcement, they say Monday. But yeah, like I said, this nonsense of after 5 games blaming Frank and saying, "Oh my God, we lost." I
saw a YouTube video yesterday, and I'm not going to name names, but you've probably seen it. Of Thomas Frank being called a fraud. A fraud. The man was at Brentford for 7 years. He made Brentford, a team that were in the Championship on barely any money, into the Premier League whilst they were building a brand new stadium. Never got relegated once with Brentford. On not even a shoestring budget. and you're calling him a fraud.
Yeah,
he's played 4 pre-season games,
5,
and one of which we beat. Pre-season, we laughed about it. We laughed about it with Angus because it's banter. At the end of the day, it's banter, and we laugh at our mate. Spurs beat Arsenal, and that was a competitive game of football. It was a competitive game of football. Yes, it was a friendly. It was a friendly, and it's pre-season.
Oh, mate,
friendly and pre-season. But yes, it was a highly competitive game. We drew with Newcastle, who are a much better side than us at the moment. They were a much better side than us, which is why we finished 17th and they finished 5th, right? And they got Champions League football finishing 5th.
Mm-hmm. Let me just
those are 2 decent results.
This has got to be trolling. This has got to be trolling in a nice way, like no malice. But my good God, if people have seen that interview and actually say, let him. He's been doing that for a quarter of a century. For a quarter of a century. It's exactly, Bobby. Exactly. But because Ange Postecoglou range syndrome is rife, and it's spreading. It is spreading like wildfire, and it's what we're going to have to deal with. It's why I've done my my rage baiting when everyone was going, oh my God, have you seen Ange Postecoglou beat Brentford every single game? Oh, yeah, he's a shit manager. Well, how do you do against Arsenal? How do you do against Arsenal? It beggars belief, and it's got to the point now where we just have to argue. I mean, literally, I know where I stand. I know where you stand. I know where a lot of people stand. I could not give a flying what the trolls and like I said, when I'm talking here, I'm solely talking about YouTube comments, social media. No YouTubers whatsoever, none whatsoever. Do you know what? Whether they say things or not, whether it's anti the manager, for the board, whatever, at least those people come on camera, own it, and don't just hide behind a keyboard. I have every single. I may not agree or get along with every single YouTuber. May not. I've got a wonderful community of people that I consider friends and family via YouTube, on camera, that we speak to more than just about Tottenham. But if I don't agree with them, and there are lots, at least they come on, at least they speak, at least they have their say, and don't just put stupid things in comments.
Like this one. I don't understand. What do you expect him to do at Brentford? What do you expect him to do when the Champions League? Brentford being in the Premier League for 5 seasons, not at a chance of going down. That's like winning the Champions League for Brentford.
Yeah.
Brentford could go down this year. Brentford could go down this year because they don't have Thomas Frank. Yes, what managers? What better manager should we go for? What better manager should we go for?
Well, it's not even that, mate.
Glasner, who was the one that was linked, is at Crystal Palace and he's just won the FA Cup. Eddie Howe's at Newcastle. We've had Conte, for the most part, failed. We've had Mourinho, who's the most decorated managers. One of the most decorated managers in history, failed at Tottenham. We've had Mauricio Pochettino, who I personally absolutely adore. Mauricio Pochettino.
Yep.
He failed. But he was at Spurs for a very long time, built an amazing football team. He failed. Who do you want us to get? Pep Guardiola, who's at Man City.
Exactly.
Even Chelsea. Chelsea have Enzo Maresca as their manager. I don't particularly rate Enzo Maresca, but before Enzo Maresca went to Chelsea from Leicester, would you have said Thomas Frank is a better manager than Enzo Maresca? 100%. 100%.
Mate, you're missing as well what people think. People don't even think about. No big manager will come to work under Levy. None of these big managers will touch Tottenham with a 10-foot barge pole because they have seen what happens with Jose. They have seen what happens with Conte. We cannot attract these managers. Everyone, when we hired Poch, we're like, oh my God, who's this? We've got a nobody from Southampton. Do you realise the managers that have done best under Daniel Levy have been flukes? Martin Jol, Pochettino, because he wanted Van Gaal, Harry Redknapp, because of Santini, and he did that quick. Martin Jol, who was assistant manager to Santini. Every single appointment hasn't been the big names, because when the big names come and get what or need what's required, they don't get it. I cannot wait. Honestly, I cannot wait when we get through this season and continue. And then people are like, oh my God, you know what? This Frank knows what he's doing. I can't wait. I can't wait for it. Well, if you could tell me a manager that could have out of 5 of his creators and goal scorers that scored 10 goals, created more than 10 goals and assists last season, and only have 1, and let's face it, Brennan Johnson is the tapping merchant who scores the goals, not the assists. Then you take out 67 goal creations, or goal contributions, let's say, and he can't play any of them. Can't play any of them. Then you find me a manager that can deal with that, with the squad that we've got and the owner that we've got. You find them. You tell me the manager that can operate under those constraints, and then I'll say, yeah, do you know what? You might be right. But until then, I big up Psycho Fox, brother. I can't believe the hate Frank is getting, but people don't think. They don't think. They honestly don't think. Because I don't know how you expect to score goals with no creativity. What was the problem all pre-season? Creativity. What have the club seen all season? A lack of creativity. What have the club done? I'm waiting.
Indeed, Fiona. Indeed. We've got a few memberships we need to go for.
We've
got the lovely Jessie, who has been a member on the coffee company for 7 months. Thank you so much, Jessie, as always, for supporting us. And she's saying, with her membership, smash the likes. Yes, go and listen to the lovely Jessie. Go and listen to her. We have Queen Ellie, who has become a member of the channel. I don't know which one, but she's become a member, and she has followed that up with a £10 super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you for the brilliant shows you put us, Ben. Big up. I've learned so much. Indeed, we try and teach here on the days we don't talk about football. But if you want to support a small business in the coffee company, you can either send us a super chat, becoming a member, and most importantly, you can buy our coffee. We have specialty coffee available all year round, especially for people that like their coffee. And give it a go. We've got good coffee here. We've got good coffee.
You do. I will very quickly say there's one. Sorry, before you go there, we'll go back to Evans in a minute. Angus, I do love what you're trying to say, but he won the double in his first full season. He won the double in his first full season. It may have taken a few seasons to play the perfect football that Wenger did, but yeah. I think he did that just so I can bring that up and say it. Look, when I heard Alfie was going to Preston yesterday, I didn't know if it was a loan or permanent or whatever. I got to the point where I was like, Alfie, run for your life. Run for your life, because this team will just literally destroy you like it's destroying everyone. But I am delighted. It's an option to buy, which obviously, if it was an obligation, would have got me very upset. But the most important thing is he's got his new contract, which I'm absolutely delighted with. Now he goes to Preston, and obviously people will know I have waxed lyrical about this kid ever since I've been on YouTube. Now he'll go to Preston. He will get first team football there. He will thrive. Has that developed? Let's have a look.
Sure.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Has anything happened? Let's have a look.
I still think Spurs should be all over the Grealish deal. We desperately need a player like Grealish in our team.
I have to say, I don't. Obviously, people will wonder why it's gone all quiet on Buzzword Bingo. I was just getting frustrated. I'm not frustrated with the game. I was just getting the transfers, and obviously I went quiet because obviously we thought Gibbs White was coming and things were different. Well, they're clearly not. Buzzword Bingo is coming back on Monday for the final 2 weeks. Don't care anymore. So we're going to have some fun. Tweaky has just sent me a picture of a missing. Thank you, mate. I'm going to use that later on. He's giving. Oh, mate, that's brilliant. But let me. I put it in the football group. Let's have a look. Where is it? The greatest. It was from Chris Cowlin. You ready for this, people? This is brilliant.
Yeah.
Fabrizio Romano, sorry. Chris Cowlin's just retweeted it. Fabrizio Romano on will Tottenham sign a replacement for James Maddison? You ready for this? Yes, it's likely. They are calling around to explore the market. We are calling around to explore the market. Mate, it's a belter.
I think you might want to rephrase your. I think you want to rephrase your. I think that this question doesn't make sense, Thomas.
Question for Dagul: do you agree with me that the only reason we can't sell players is because all of our players are little girls with who lead just? No, do you know what?
I think you need to rephrase this question.
Yeah, but I will say it's a bit of that, but then it's literally we buy players because we can put them on cheap wages. Shock horror, they turn out to be not good enough. Shock horror, every player that comes here, whether it's for 3 years or 4 years, you probably have 3 or 4 managers that ask you to do different things. And then unlike big clubs, that when they need to cash in or sell, so they can, that when big teams actually sell to buy, like Coutinho, like what Liverpool have done with Diaz to balance the books and everything, we ask too much money. Or they're on such good wages at Tottenham because we overpay the players that don't need it and underpay the players that do need it. They just sit there. Right now, if I was Tottenham, there's players I'll be getting out that door and I'll be like, listen, we'll take a hit. We'll take a hit. We need you off the wages. We need your space. Honestly,
yes, Steve. We need to send carrier pigeons, and hopefully Richarlison is one of them. And as you said, if we sign Nicholas Jackson, I'm calling you up, and I'm buying your Christmas tree and putting your Christmas tree up front. At least it will block the door. But big ups,
what the point of it is as well. I'd rather send smoke signals, but it's because we're now August the 8th. Because I would love to know what Spurs recruitment do in the gaps between windows, because it surely isn't planning. Because obviously we saw Nicholas Jackson. There's not one chance that Nicholas Jackson has been a target when Spurs said need a striker. They literally just pluck things out of thin air. There's no strategy. There's no plan. There's no discussions on what to do inside. Like, obviously, we always get a 1 or 2 player in. But now this is what we do. This is what we do, people. If we sign Jackson, there shouldn't be protests. There should be riots. There should be riots.
It's unbelievable, isn't it? Like, I'm because at this moment in time, it looks like Atalanta don't want to sell Ademola Lookman to a team in Italy at the moment. They desperately want to sell him outside of Italy. We should definitely take a punt on Ademola Lookman. I know he's not necessarily struck the English league. I think he's far better than Richarlison, and he's more available, I think, than Solanke at this moment. I like Lookman. I think Lookman is a good player.
Yep.
I think Lookman's a good player. I'd like to have, and I think he's. I think he'd be a good signing for us. I think Lookman would be very good.
Mario's hit the nail on the head. The reason, apparently, Man City want all his wages covered. So immediately, that's the thing with Spurs fans now. When it goes right, they want their wages covered. It's like, okay, well, that's dumb. That's dumb. I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what that means.
What, the tree envy?
Yeah.
We'll talk about it another time.
I don't even know what it means, but good on you. Whatever.
We don't even need top players. I don't know. People say, "Oh, Spurs need top players. Spurs need top." Spurs don't need top players. We don't need top players. We're not going for the league this year. We don't need top players. We just need better players. We just need better than what we have currently. I think we can get a better left back than Destiny Udogie, and I like Udogie, but I think we can get a better left back. I think we could get a Robinson. I think we could get a Grealish. Grealish is better than Odegaard. Then Grealish is better than Tell. I'm not gonna rinse Tell on stream because I just don't think it's right.
I can't wait to get to Boxy's comments. I just want to cover this. I want to cover this. Greg, what I will say, look, I said on Sunday, and many fans did after the Maddison injury, right here, right now, 68 million, because we got 60 apparently. Eberechi Eze. Right here, right now, bang, 68 million, Eberechi Eze. Everyone going, he wants Arsenal, he's going to Arsenal. Well, we said this Sunday, it's Friday. There's been absolutely nothing. You put the money down, if Spurs right now put money down for Eberechi Eze, and he turned us down because he wants Arsenal, then fine. Absolutely fine, no problem. If the guy wants Arsenal, there's nothing you can do. But have we tested the water? Have we seen if the power of persuasion and chatting to Eze could do anything? No, because we don't act. Alex, I don't even know. Alex does this now recently, and I don't know why he does this. I don't know why he does this, especially on this channel. You want, on this channel of all people, of all channels, when this is, along with Tottenham away, the most consistent, longest running, and as Levy out as they come. What are you talking about? Levy out has been my mantra for 17 years. Damn right it comes big, because once again, springboard for success. We back our managers to the best of our abilities. It's all PR bullshit. Alex. Sure, Alex. Sure.
I wish we had those three. Let's get a time machine, Wayne.
Exactly.
Let's get a time machine.
What does our scouting network do? What does our scouting network do?
Beats me, Alex. Cotonaires, umbrella. I don't know. Bowls. Are they playing bowls? I don't understand it. Because it was Toothless yesterday. Let's face it, it was Toothless.
It's on a par. Mashing a Joe. Listen, you go look at our recruitment, buddy. Mate, obviously every one of them went for free. Yeah, that is quite a hit rate. That is quite a hit rate. That is poor. That is poor. And you're right, recency bias. You are 1 second, Ben. You are completely, totally, utterly right. I literally was like, when he was getting Morgan Gibbs White done, I was like, fuck me, he's done this under the radar. I was like, Jesus Christ, that's been done quietly, but what the hell are they doing? What the hell are they doing? What is our recruitment team doing? I don't get it.
I don't know what you're talking about, Bush Ranger.
Well, I don't understand this. Is only friend. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I don't know what you're talking about. Jesus Christ. I really don't know what you're talking about.
It's fine. It's fine. Listen, it's.
What are you talking about? We're not expecting the £250 million war chest. We just need a few better players.
This is where we've got.
What is it? What is this nonsense?
This is what we're doing. This is. Honestly, we get to this point now. We get we get to this point, and this is what people will say. We didn't hire Van Gaal because he's a top manager and would demand good players. We signed Poch, who developed all the youngsters and added to it. Frank needs to. I don't, mate. You want to say he can get a tune out? Look what he has done with talent at Brentford. Solanke and Johnson have come through the British academies and the whatever back home. Wissers, and Wemos, Tonys, Sharders, Konzas, Ollie Watkins. What are they all doing now? After Thomas Frank, it's out of control. It's out
bonkers,
of
isn't
control.
it? It's bonkers.
1 second, I did see Rude Boy's question. Rude Boy, we'll get to them, buddy. Listen, we are going for Lange. We are completely going for Lange. We've been saying it is recruitment. It's the ownership. Recruitment has been a huge problem at Tottenham Hotspur. Massive for years. Players that haven't been able to go for
necessarily. Even if it doesn't matter who the director of football is. We've always acted like this, no matter who the director. Yeah. We acted like this under Arneson. We acted like this under Camoli. We acted under Paul Mitchell. Under Franco Baldini. Franco Baldini was here, and he was a genius. And then still Franco Baldini was here. And then look what we made. It doesn't matter who the director of football is, no matter who the board is. They're going to hamstring. I don't know what the Schmendrickism is about. And I've just invented a new word, Schmendrickism.
Just to go back to this, the recruitment, you think what we've done is good enough? Go look at other teams that are strengthening from a place of strength, that are spending money. When remember, we are FFP champions. PSR, untouchables. But yes, because we've done this, that's good enough. Stop now. Stop.
Even Sunderland are buying players.
Mate, and also when you're saying this, that we need... Well, when I've said just now, 4 of the 5 players that got over 10 goals and assists are out for the season or left. And we've lost 67 goal contributions from 3 of them. And we haven't touched creativity apart from Kudus. We should say, okay, no, we spent 100 million. We spent 120 million. No, that's...
I
guarantee you, if one of the buildings or properties that Enoch and Tavistock own had a £250 million problem that needed fixing, roof, windows, boom, done. Isn't it amazing as well? An article came out from Alistair Gold today that's saying Thomas Frank should have 350 million roughly to spend with the way the transfers are going and how much we have to pay every year. Do you find it highly ironic or coincidental that that's come out 3 days after Spurs announced a £400 million tower building going up? Mm-hmm.
Indeed. We got Michael Hellman with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Michael. Big up to you, sir.
Big up, Michael.
Late to the conversation. One solid aspect of this window is we are using our loans for the youth. How many times have we blundered future talent?
Correct, Michael. Correct.
Yeah, that is a solid aspect. We'll give them that.
But Brian Hill still remains.
The second longest serving player. Yeah.
Give him a testimonial. Give him a testimonial.
Yes.
Give him a second longest serving player. Yeah, mate. I highly doubt if Spurs go and smash their transfer record for Nicholas Jackson. Craig, listen, mate, it's not even worth it. It's absolutely ridiculous. I can't wait because I've mentioned Ange Postecoglou raid syndrome, how many comments will be incoming from said people and clipped and sent out. So it's listen, until we start winning and doing well in the league and the window shuts and things start turning round, then we'll speak. Because apparently now 5 games now is how long a manager has to prove his worth in a pre-season friendly with no creativity, how ironic is we're actually going into this season right now. As it stands, Richarlison is our only fit striker.
Yes.
Let that sink in. Richarlison is our only fit striker.
I think Craig is running around the room naked at this moment in time, celebrating.
Mate, I mean,
big up to you, Craig.
I mean, I don't. If you want to go into a Premier League and Champions League season with the thought that Richie, whether you love him or not, is our only fit striker, then remember, Villa have to sell because their FFP screwed and their wage to run. It's but it's amazing how they can do it, isn't it? It's amazing. Who'd have thought? There must be some. I tell you what, the Simpsons movie when they go and put that force field around Springfield. I think they do that around N17 because all these other rules it just bounces off, and the Tottenham's like, no, we can't have that here. We can't have that here. Other teams can do that. Oh no, we don't do it here. Tottenham need to sign a player by today, today, by the end of the weekend, mate. By the end of the weekend, I still cannot believe. I can still not believe that there's nothing at the moment. Nothing.
Indeed, he's only. Yes. He certainly is the security. It's just
this is what this big up. I've just seen Nick in here. Nick, you and I haven't chatted for ages, buddy. I haven't seen mate. I'm Steve. Thank you, Chewy. Just smashed my ring light. There you go. He's out of control at the moment. Let me just sort that out. People will hear me say it. By the way, is that a Rottweiler? Yeah, it is Stevie D. It's Steve. Big up to you, buddy. I think Solanke, with the right creativity around him, can be a great striker for us. We need another striker to go with him. And I think we do need better to try and elevate him and push him.
Yeah.
I actually think with the right players around him, Solanke can do a job for us. I'm one of very few. I agree with you here, Steve. I think we need another, like I said, another striker, more clinical than him. But I actually do. I completely agree with you. Completely agree with you on this.
But Brian, Richie isn't as bad as you think. He's much worse.
That's what I'm saying, mate. That is literally this. This is it, mate. This is it. That's how bad it is at the moment. But I will say there's 293 people watching us across all platforms. If you could like and subscribe to both channels as we grow, we are now aiming to get to 2,000, 15,000 or 12,500 subscribers. And it will be great if we could get a lot of you joining us on both channels. So please do. But yeah, back to where we were.
Big up, buddy. Philly, when you come into our chat, you've got to make sure you've got to acknowledge the tribal chief and the final boss over there. Acknowledge us as your tribal chief and the head of the table is here. The mod father. Acknowledge your mod father. We have lost all creativity.
Yep.
Good to see you, Dad Sergeant. I think Kudus has looked very, very good in pre-season so far. He's looked very, very good in pre-season, and he looks the part for Tottenham. I think we need some players to play with him. He's shown a lot of creativity, and he was the bright spot of yesterday's game versus Bayern Munich. That's your team, Brian. You're going to be Bayern Munich, not Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich. That's your new team.
Don't make that a thing.
That is your team.
Don't make that
Bayern Munich.
No, I will say I want to just go back to. I just want to go back to him, and then I can do. First of all, I just want to say, everyone that joined the show last night really enjoyed it. We're going to be doing it weekly. Really enjoyed it, and I've just seen one of my favourite names in there, Chop Cheese. Chop Cheese, big up to you, buddy. But I will say, love it when fans from rivals come in. Love it when they come in and just come in to enjoy the chat and be part of it. Mate, I've been very impressed with him. Been very, very, very impressed with him. But you know what it is as well, Dad? We've needed a right winger for years and years and years. No, fair play to you, buddy. Fair play to you. He has been, obviously, it's just the start. We've needed a right winger for a long time, and he has come on and been a very, very bright spark on there. The only problem is at the moment, that's our job, is he hasn't got to play with Solanke. He hasn't got to play. When he has played, I think he's played alongside Son as well. I thought, oh, you've made it a thing, you bastard.
I've made it a thing. I've got to make that. ChatGPT is so getting made. Brian Munich is going to be a thing.
But as I was saying, I think he's going to be great for us. I know people said he's a bad egg. Listen, you get them at every team depending on the surroundings. One of the things I saw West Ham fans saying, that is our joke. I don't know if you agree with it, saying he was lazy, his work rate is, and this, I don't know if this was from bitter West Ham fans, that his work rate isn't there. It needs to be better or whatever. What we've seen so far, and it is only pre-season, is he's looked a handful. He's basically ticks the box for a lot of the stuff we've been missing. A lot of the stuff we've been missing. Jay, the second channel, can someone put the coffee channel or put the link in for the coffee company? Basically, Jay, if you type in what you see, the logo under Ben, the coffee company, that's the channel. Yeah. That's the channel there, if someone hasn't put it in already. Yes, it is. He bloody well does.
To play devil's advocate, Kudus is not a left winger. He's never been a left winger. He's always been a right winger. Yes, he can play there, but he's predominantly a right winger. At West Ham, he's never going to play right wing because you've got a player by the name of Jarrod Bowen there who is much better, I think. I love Jarrod Bowen. I think Jarrod Bowen, and this is not me to dig at West Ham because Jarrod Bowen should be at a much bigger club than West Ham. Jarrod Bowen should be at a Liverpool, an Arsenal, a Man United. Jarrod Bowen is quality. He is one of the best wingers in English football, and he's English as well, so people need homegrown players. Yes, I know he's been there a while. He came from Hull City. But Kudus was never going to play in front of Jarrod Bowen as a right winger. It was just never going to happen. You say that Jarrod Bowen would compete with Saka. He would genuinely compete with Saka.
How many goals are we thinking he's getting this season?
I think he's going to get 18 GA. I think he's going to get 10 goals and 6 assists.
You think he's going to get 18? You need to do your math.
No. 12 goals, 6 assists.
12 goals. Okay, that makes better sense. I think he'll get 10 easy. I think he'll get 10 easy. Big up, George. There's a couple of people I want to say hello to. John George, buddy, I hope you're good as well. And you know what? Now you mentioned that, malware, buddy. And I will say also, before we actually go to this super chat, I've just seen Alex. Love to have you in the show, mate. Do you know what? The late night shows, for the people that joined, will know. It was so much fun. I mean, I was so tired at the end, but I'm going to make sure I'm bright-eyed and bushy-tailed for the next one. But it was so chilled, so relaxed, great conversation in the chat, people chatting amongst themselves, everything. I loved doing that show. It was phenomenal, and they're going to become a staple of Tottenham on Tour once a week. I don't know if it'll be every Thursday, but once a week, those shows will be on. But now let's discuss Malware's super chat. And thank you once again, Malware.
Thank you so much, buddy. Thank you for supporting the channel. It really helps us out a lot. If only we can go into a Super Cup match with the starting lineup of players we've been linked to, then maybe we would stand a chance. Big up, Dagul and Ben. Big up to you, sir. Big up to you, sir. Indeed. Indeed. We really need some players. We really do need some players. It was always going to be a struggle. PSG, for me, yes, they didn't win the Club World Cup. PSG, for me, are the best football team on the planet at the moment. They are the best football team on the planet.
Yep. They are.
Playing them in a Super Cup was always going to be difficult. That was always going to be difficult. And, yeah, we just need to see some players come in the next couple of days. We really need that to happen.
You watch. We'll go beat PSG and then we'll lose to Burnley. Like Conte.
That's what Spurs do.
Exactly. But I will say, do you know what, Ethan? And all the other people that not you, Doubting Frank. Not. I didn't mean to say that about you at all, Ethan. But people got to remember as well. Thomas Frank's front three scored more goals than Tottenham's front three last season. Little old Brentford. Little old when Boemo, Wissa and Sade had a better goal contribution and goals than Tottenham did when he had creative players. So I think, listen, you look at it. One thing I will say, and I've said this many a time, Brentford, one second, Brentford have always bent over backwards to get the players Frank wants. When they've identified a player, they will do anything to try and get them. And now he's come to Tottenham. He should be able to attract better quality players. But will they come in? Will we go for them? Who bloody knows? Over to you, Ben, with this one.
I'm sorry, D-Mails. This is a terrible take. PSG played the best team in England, and for both games, Liverpool got through that first game very luckily. PSG made the best teams in Europe. They made every single English team look silly this year. To say that PSG wouldn't win, this PSG team would romp to the Premier League title this year. They would romp to it. They are absolutely superior in every aspect. They've got some real quality in that team. They would win the Premier League. They would have won the Premier League this year if they were in it.
There's a comment I need to bring up. And it's the one. There you go. There you go.
It's Drew Brizia Romano.
Yeah. You mean the Spurs one that we've wanted since January? Went to Juve, wanted, need creativity and players up top. Nope. We still won't go for them. He wants Juventus. Newcastle, start doing it. I don't know what you're talking about, AZ. Come on, Brian, who have Brentford signed? What are you talking about? He's not manager there now. And even when he was there, even when he was there, they lost their goalkeeper Flecken like they did Raya. And what did Brentford go and do? Went to Premier League champions Liverpool and took Kelleher, who I believe could actually be the number one for most teams in the league. I'd have him at Spurs in a heartbeat. Yeah, but they got through. Wade. They got through. Didn't they? I don't know what you're trying to say there, AZ. If you want to go through who Brentford have signed under Frank and how he's turned them round.
The South Stand at Spurs is bigger than their entire stadium. We should be getting better players than Brentford.
Mate, I don't care what they've done now. I care about when Frank was there. Mate, if you don't, AZ, go look at what Brentford do, the owners, for the manager. Remember, the manager they've got, Keith Andrews, now, isn't a respected manager, has no real experience in the league, have had half their coaching staff and scouting network ripped out and come to Spurs. You go look what Brentford do for their community, their fans, how they treat their fans, how they respect their fans. Mate, I would take the Brentford owners all day long over Tottenham. All day long. Come on.
Frank, yeah,
right.
Indeed.
Indeed. Right.
I would absolutely take Kolo Muani if we can get him. I would absolutely take Randall Kolo Muani. He would make our team. I said this. He would make our team toothless to ruthless. I think Muani would be a quality signing for Spurs. Muani and Kudus with their pace, I think that would be frightening for a lot of teams. And people don't like Brennan Johnson. There's one thing that he is gifted with. He doesn't use it enough. He's got pure pace when he uses it. I think that could be but of course, we need a better left winger than Brennan Johnson. We need a better left winger than Odebear, Tell and Johnson. But I'd love to have Muani. I think he'd be a great signing for us.
Mate, not only, but look what we have currently. Look what we currently have. If anyone here is saying Kolo Muani doesn't get into this team and wouldn't start and have an impact at Tottenham, then I just... Yeah, look. Dad's our job. Dad's our job. I saw that. Sunderland. Could you imagine Daniel Levy doing what Sunderland have done? He's trying to get rid of. He's trying to get rid of concessions, by the way. But Sunderland are now doing an initiative. I think it might be 85. I think it might be 85, but 80 or 85, whatever. If you've had a season ticket at Sunderland for 3 years, for the rest of your life, your season ticket is free. Could you see Daniel Levy doing that? Could you see Daniel Levy where Brentford have done, if you're under 10 years old, home and away kids will only pay £10 a ticket to bring in the next generation to make it affordable for the kids and the future of the football to be able to get into to watch football. Little old Brentford, who need the money compared to Spurs for their small stadium and small club they are. I'll wait again.
That's actually class. I didn't know that. Sunderland have, I've always respected Sunderland, mostly purely. Also, you give a lot of that to Jermaine Defoe as well. What they did for Bradley Lowry, and we still remember Bradley Lowry because it was what an incredible boy that kid was. An absolute incredible kid. Sunderland have shown a lot of worth in many, many years, and to hear that's incredible. That's incredible. I know Spurs probably can't do that in London, but a bit of towards the most loyal fans, it goes a long way. It goes a long way.
Yep. This is it. This is it, mate.
Big up to Hollywood, Phil, by the way. Big up to Hollywood, Phil.
Hollywood. Like I said, these are the initiatives. Yeah, look. Do you know what? I'll tell you. Do you know what's so funny about Guehi? It's Spurs. Did it come out today or this week? We needed a centre back.
Yeah.
Okay, so the 70 million fake bid on deadline day, because obviously that was going to go through. He's now available.
Do we need a centre back?
He's now available for 50 million. He's now available for 50. And all of a sudden, Spurs who say they need a centre-back, nowhere to be seen. Nowhere to be seen. Harvey Elliott is going to
Leipzig.
RB Leipzig, and I realised yesterday, I saw someone talking about it, I can't remember who. I completely forgot who's in charge of RB Leipzig's recruitment and off-field batters. There we go. There we go.
We don't need another centre-back. We've got so many centre-backs at the moment. We've got Romero, Van der Ven, Danso, and Dragoshin. And then the young players, we've got Vuskovic, we've got Phillips. How many centre-backs do we need?
Well, Seriously,
how many centre-backs do we need?
Not just that. I mean, what do you know? You get a football man on the board at a football club. They'll know what to look for. Who'd have thought it, Ben?
Yeah.
Who'd have thought you get a football man in that knows the game inside out, knows players inside out, and they may know their stuff.
2 years, Angus. Probably is. Romero's not going to be. I think Romero will be got off next year. Dragoshin will be back. We don't need another centre back now. Danso is perfectly good cover. Davis can play centre back as well. I'd rather have a new left back in, because we do need another left back. Because then we'd have two right backs in Spence and Pedro Porro, and then we'd have two left backs. That's what I'd rather have. I'd rather blood one of the kids. I'd rather have blooded Phillips or Vuskovic. Looked very decent in pre-season. Yes, it was only against Reading, but he scored a goal, and you got to see it. Also, Takai. You got Takai that's in as well. Yep. We got Takai. We got enough centre backs.
Yep, but remember, we are very, very low on creativity, and just how we started this show. Well, with one added twist to it. We have, so to say it again, I'm going to keep ramming this down people's throats. 5 players with 10 goals and assists, over 10 goals and assists last season. The only one available right now is Brennan Johnson. 67 goals and assists. So appreciate it. Alex, I do love you, buddy. I do love you.
I do love you, mate.
But just don't talk about Levy out and say, oh, everyone's Levy out now on this channel, because you know exactly where we stand.
You know where you are at. You do realise what we say every single week.
Every single day.
Every single day.
As I was saying, 67 goals and assists out of this team. Need creativity. Have wanted Mawani since January. Newcastle talking to him. I mean, the only good thing about that is Newcastle talking to them, which means it probably won't happen.
Newcastle.
Actually, it will do. He's going to change the black and white stripes of Juve for the black and white stripes of Newcastle. That's where he wants. He wants to play in black and white.
You can go goodbye, Tony D. You can
two dickers.
Goodbye, mate.
Tony.
Goodbye.
What an incredible introduction and exit. That is phenomenal. With 303 people watching right now, people are going to take your words very, very seriously. What's the
point of coming into the chat and attacking us?
It's so sad.
What's the point?
It's so sad. It's
Do they not know the mod farmers here?
It's what people do. You know what? This is the thing. We've got Arsenal fans in here. We've got the new person in the channel, the dad's I can't remember the full name of him. What was it? Dad's on the job. Dad's Our Job TV, coming in, West Ham fan. All lovely, talking, conversing, having a wonderful stream, interactive, talking, and then you get an absolute prick
numpty
like that coming in. And it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Wise guys, love you dearly and love you in the comments. Alex is a dear friend of ours, man. Alex is a dear friend of ours.
Indeed.
We may completely differ on times when it's a footballing opinion. Alex is one of the nicest, friendliest, welcoming people you could ever wish to meet. And honestly, my life is a brighter place with him in it. And when you see his wonderful smile, which is the best smile on YouTube, by the way.
Indeed.
People, like I said, on this channel, we clamp down on this. People may not like each other. People may disagree with each other's football opinions, but we don't bring other channels' names into things. We don't refer to other people, and we make sure the chat is civilized. Except
for Nick, who's the most uncivilized man in the world. We've got to keep one in. We've got to keep one in.
Exactly. But listen, Wise Guy is a good follower of the supporter of the channel, and I love his interaction. So it's all good. It is all good. Let's just enjoy ourselves and be civil with each other. The football club may be in a complete state, but we don't need to resemble it. We don't need to resemble it. As I said, we get enough of it from people debating if Sonny and Kane, rather than rallying to say, what are you doing, ownership? And then we've got the APRS. And like I said, if you're an Ange supporter, fair play to you, whatever, it's done. It's gone. It's gone. There's no need to continue this. Let's talk at the end of the season. It's just not needed. And like I said, my opening comments at the beginning were about all the people in the comments and on social media, nothing to do with YouTubers at all, because they actually come on here and have the confidence, because it can be quite a daunting place when you start on YouTube and putting yourself out there and you make yourself a target. So whatever people feel, fair play to you for coming out and speaking what you feel. I will always speak, or we will always speak our truth, and our truth is always about this ownership.
We're not even saying it's not even our truth, because I hate big up our truth, big up our truth. We're just saying it the way we see it. We're saying it the way we see it, and if people disagree with that, that's fine. If people agree with it, that's fine. I do want to thank Penfold for purchasing some coffee yesterday. I'm glad to see that you got the coffee this morning.
Oh, that's quick. Is Penfold London, or
he was? I'm not going to say where he is.
Is he in London, or yes or no?
He's not in London. He's not in London. He's outside of London.
Okay, there you go. Wait, there's two things I just want to bring up very quickly. Gabrielle, big up to you. The most realistic future for the window. If I tell you what, if it is what you just said, 7:01 p.m. live on Tottenham on Tour, you are going to see the biggest Levy rant, recruitment rant, and everything rant about this football club that I have ever done. Ever. Because I will go absolutely ballistic. And just a final talking point, this one. No, let's go back to this. Oh. So we're talking 20 years. So what we're going back now, 2025, 26.
2005. 2005 was the year, no. It's the year Martin Yole left, wasn't it? 2005, or am I wrong? No,
Martin Yole left 2007. So this was the year going in with that. So this was
Santini, wasn't it?
So going around the Santini time. Well, do you know what? Would you say it's the worst? What I will say, and I think we can all agree on this, if we go back 20 years, Bush Ranger, 15, 20 years, there has always been the star man. There has always been that star player or two where you could say at any point, this player can get us out of trouble. This player could pull a rabbit out of the hat. And I don't think we have that all. I don't think we do not have that right now. If I was to say, I think, would people agree with that? Would people agree with that? That since 2005-06, we've always had a player at least that can get us out of trouble, that can win a game on its own. But I don't think. I mean, Ben, if I said to you now, name that player in the Spurs squad, that you could say, there you go, Bush Ranger agrees, yeah. Let's see if anyone else agrees. Would anyone else agree with that?
I would say the star player of this Spurs team, and it's the wrong place to have your star player. The star player of this team is Romero, probably. He's probably the star player of this team. And you need your star player going forward, because defence is built on... Defence is built on partnerships and built on structure, not on star players.
At the moment, if we're looking, because when you say star players that can win the game on your own, let's look at that. Let's look at do it that way. Let's just have there's still 300 people. Ben, you're right to carry on for a bit?
Sure.
Yeah, there's 300. You don't want to talk. Yeah, so people in the chat, let's have a bit of interactiveness. Would you say that this is the first time since that period where there hasn't been a key player? Like that, Kudus, I can see where you're going with little Roddy Trotter, dipstick, but at the moment, obviously it's unproven at the moment. And with what we've got, I probably would agree with you right now, but it's nowhere near the quality of the guys we've had. Obviously, you can go on to it. Just a quick one. I'm curious about how you found yourself in Toronto. My wife is Canadian, Marcus, which was a big help. We got married and we moved to England, and then an opportunity came to move to Toronto. She was getting a bit homesick, and I love my life in Toronto. I love it. What advice would you have for Americans to move to London right now? I would seriously say don't. Don't. It is super expensive. And London, like the rest of the world, is not going through a good time right now. London is not going through the best of times right now. London is the city I will always call home, or where I was born, and I'm very, very proud to come from London. But I'll tell you now, if it wasn't for my family, especially my 4 nephews and niece to my sister, and if it wasn't for family and friends and Tottenham, I wouldn't step foot in London again. I would not step foot in London again. It is not the greatest place at the moment. There's some wonderful people. It is just super expensive and going through a bad time at the moment. But let's go back to what we are discussing.
If anyone has any questions, please put
just or question Romero is the best, I guess. He's captain, but he's not fully coached. Yeah, do you know what? We've had it. I would actually say, we discussed it yesterday. I've said it on many occasions. I would love to see Pedro Porro as captain or vice captain or in the leadership team. But let's see what people are saying with the. Let's go through them.
We got any?
Oh, bloody hell. Audio has gone 1992. The first time since 1992. Trying to think now. Who do we have after Gazza? No, after Gazza Lineker, we had Sheringham, buddy. Then it was Klinsmann. No, that's the audio. We've had Sheringham, Klinsmann. After Sheringham and Klinsmann left.
Ginola.
Yeah, were they back to back though? I know Sheringham, Klinsmann, but I can't remember. Yeah, I don't think it's that far back. I don't think it's that far back, audio, but bloody hell. Here's
a question from Dom Namod. Thoughts on Nicholas Jackson? I absolutely don't want him at all. I think he would be a massive waste of money. He's if he could put the ball in the back of the net, he would be one of the best players in the world. He's got everything you need. He's good on the ball. He's fast. He's strong. He's athletic. He's got the energy. But he can't put the ball in the back of the net. What's the point?
Yep.
If he could fit, it's the same thing as Darwin Núñez. If Darwin Núñez could finish, he'd be one of the best footballers in the world. But he can't. So it's a waste of a position.
Yep. Just quickly, mate, what a wicked area that was. Toronto, I love this city. Ben's been out, a few people, but my life in Toronto, struggling to find work, which is always an issue, but I love this city. I love this city. Listen, mate, we talk about everything, mainly football, but if people ask questions like that, I'll always give them an answer. 100%, mate. 100%. I will be. I have a couple of work. Ilana's got a contact in FIFA. I've got a very good contact in America and I want to be going to I've said as well, wherever England are in the World Cup, I want to spend a week in that area. I'm praying, please God, when the draw comes out, if England have to come to Toronto, I'm going to be in heaven. I'm going to be in heaven, but I think they'll be in America.
Except for having to watch England, who will be terrible.
Mate, we'll see. But, mate, to literally be in a host city for a World Cup, never in my life would I thought it'd been Toronto. But then to have England here would be awesome. But wherever England go, I plan to be with the England fans for a week or so. And I'm hoping if it's not England, if it's not Toronto, somewhere like LA or wherever, so the wife can do other things whilst I'm with the English fans watching football. But yeah, let's go back to questions, buddy. You said Vicario or Solanke. No, but we had that one. Vicario or Solanke. What am I talking about? Vicario.
There's two answers, and both are right. It's the answer that I actually think, and the answer that I know will piss off James Flowers. And it's always funny to piss off James Flowers because it's very funny to piss off James Flower. Yep. I think Vicario is a better goalkeeper. I think Kinski suits his team better.
Yeah.
Just because you're a better footballer doesn't mean you suit the team. I think Kinski's better with his feet. I think Kinski is better at moving the ball out the back. But I think Vicario is a better goalkeeper.
Correct.
Kinski suits the way we want to play football.
Correct. Lee, how can we forget, mate? Armstrong and Everson. Mate, do you know what? Chris Armstrong, his first season was the year I had my first season ticket.
Yeah.
Chris Armstrong and Teddy Sheringham together. Well, do you know what? Every partner, it doesn't matter what club, just went to show how class Teddy Sheringham was. Didn't matter whether it was international or at club level, whoever he played alongside were incredible. Incredible. Yeah, do you know what? He is, but he's playing with pure quality at Chelsea. The thing is as well, we don't do business with Chelsea. We all know this.
Yeah.
We all know this is the reason Conor Gallagher fouled. I highly doubt this even gets off the starting blocks, thank God. And then if they're demanding £80 million...
Nicholas Jackson.
Yep, 80 million. But let me just check one thing. Nicholas Jackson.
I remember when Berbatov was £30 million.
Weekly wage.
Jesus.
Okay, well, apparently he's only on 100 grand at Chelsea, so wage-wise, we could do it. I thought it was going to be a monster money. But yeah, mate, we will not... This one. Whoa. I would rather go for him.
He's a good player.
I would rather go for him all day long. And I think if Spurs were to go for a striker, I think he's around... THFC Adogi, I think he's around 35, isn't he? Million, not age.
Yeah.
If this was, and you've got 80 million Nicholas Jackson, or 35 million anyone else, but let's say Calibando.
You could have Vlahovic for that money, and I don't necessarily rate Vlahovic. I think Vlahovic has, since he went to Juventus, he's not got better since he went to Juventus. I would still rather have Vlahovic than Nicholas Jackson for that money. I'd rather pay his 300 grand a week.
Yep. Exactly. I mean,
you know how we feel about this, Stel. You know how we feel about this.
Yep. And like I said, once again, now Stel's put that change for Tottenham across their social media, have tweeted something. They are going to start making sure and telling people what the plans are for the upcoming season. If anyone is on Twitter, on Instagram, or I don't know if they've done it on Facebook, retweet the hell out of it. They are going to make an announcement on Monday, and this time they need our support. Well, they had our support beforehand, but obviously we all know what happened at the last protest when we got through to the final, and Chase for Spurs decided not to do the halftime thing because people said it's not supporting the team, and then thousands left when we're losing 2-0 before the final whistle because they're supporting the team. So get ready for Change for Spurs. Give them the backing and support. Channels like ourselves, Tottenham away. I've just seen Scott M's comment about me vacationing here every year, but everyone give Change for Tottenham. But if you do feel this way, whether you can get to the protest or not, you retweeting, you promoting, and you sharing everything does just as much if you can't get there. Exactly, Sean. Exactly.
I don't believe in unless it's a shirt like 26 that Ledley King wore. I don't believe in retiring the first 11 numbers. The first 11 numbers are the most important numbers on the shirt. It's not like Eusebio made the number 13 shirt for Portugal a big thing because that was the shirt number he was given for Portugal in the draw when they used to do the draw. I don't think we should be. You never know. We shouldn't be retiring Son. We didn't retire the shirt for Harry Kane, who's our red cord goal scorer. We shouldn't retire it for Son either, even as a trophy-winning captain.
Correct.
Either way, then we shouldn't be retiring number 5 for Gary Mabbott. We should be retiring
Gary Mabbott 6.
6. We should be retiring the number 4 shirt for Dave Mackay. We should be retiring the number 4 shirt for Danny Blanchflower.
Mate, listen,
there are bigger players. As much as I love Sonny, and Sonny is a legend of this football club, there are bigger legends than Son at this football club. Bill Nicholson wore number 5, didn't he? When he was playing, I think Bill Nicholson wore number 5 playing for Spurs, amongst others. We should retire the number 5 shirt for Bill Nicholson. I don't. Number 26, I understand because Ledley King made that shirt his own, but not the first 11 numbers.
I will say as well, with the number 7 shirt, there is no Tottenham player that warrants that shirt right now. Unless Spurs sign an elite player to wear that shirt, no one should wear that shirt. I don't believe in retiring it, but like certain shirts mean something.
Absolutely not, Scott. Absolutely not. Because
that shirt holds a lot of weight. Should be -1 for Bobby Mims. Literally, that number 7 shirt needs to be. If we went, imagine if we went and signed someone like a Klinsmann. An elite player needs that number. Exactly, George. Bang on.
But again, number 20 as much as it means a lot to Liverpool fans now, that's not an important number. It's not like the number 7 shirt. The number 7 shirt for many clubs is a bit like, let's look at Man United, the number 7 shirt. Yeah. Cristiano Ronaldo, George Best, David Beckham. You could note probably you've got loads of players have worn the number 7 shirt that retire 2 and 6 for.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Mate. But Gary, you should have called in. Mate. Listen, we were all praising, and Stel was right when he went on We Are Tottenham TV. Romero needed a lot of praise for not lifting his hands to Gomes on the Newcastle game and acting like a captain. But yesterday, he was on one. How he didn't get sent? I mean, if it was the league, he would have been sent off. But I have to say, I just want to bring this question up. People will know my answer to this question. It's the same answer every single time. Paul Gather Gascoigne. Doesn't matter whatever happens, whenever I get asked this question, Paul Gascoigne.
Jimmy Greaves.
Mate, we lack creativity. This man, and also set pieces, free kicks. Obviously, everyone's going to have different answers, and this is the beauty of it. But whenever I get asked that question, the answer will always be the same.
Jimmy Greaves. If Jimmy Greaves played now, Brian, he'd get 90 goals a year in all competitions. He was that good. He was that good. He was serious.
I'm going to say this now. Darren, listen. I can understand why people got angry with that. I can understand that. But do you know what? If it wasn't changed for Spurs, changed for Tottenham, doing what they do, no one else is doing it. The trust are next to useless when it comes to these kind of things. Absolutely useless. The only ones that can rally the troops are them. And as they've said, this time they're taking no prisoners. They need people like you, Dan, not to lose it. They may have lost your support, but look what's happened this window. They're the only ones prepared to put their own time, their own money, organise things. And we need the numbers to be bigger. We can't lose people that felt like this. This time, obviously, they tried to play the nice guy. They tried to do things correctly. Whether you agree with it, I agree with it. I spoke to Change for Spurs and said, don't do it. Don't cancel it. I said, don't cancel it. But what Change for Spurs have done correctly is they've always gauged the audience. They've always gauged the audience to try and make it inclusive and supportive. That backfired, and that backfired big time. But it also backfired with all the people that were meant to go on the march, and they didn't bother. They kept with the march. Don't lose faith in them. We need them more than ever right now, Darren. So please take my words on board. Entirely up to you what you do with them. But it's people like yourself that feel this way about the board that make those numbers up. Big up, Simon. We need the people that were there. Don't lose faith. Please, Darren. Don't lose faith, because they won't be holding back this summer or this time. They won't be holding back, I can assure you. Mark my words.
Mark my words. Before we end the show, let's have a bit of positivity. Let's have a bit of positivity.
Alfie Divine. That's
not positivity. That's delusion, Aki.
You're so lucky I'm not in London. You're so lucky I'm not. You're so lucky I'm not in London.
We'll have to see it from Alfie. We could also say, I believe Donna's.
You will.
I want to see Donna's in a Spurs team, but it's not right.
I now have a championship team.
Donna's versus Divine next year. It's going to be interesting.
Donna's versus Divine. Donna's versus or Divine versus Ryan Mason. Mate, I'm ecstatic. I'm ecstatic with that news.
We'll have to see it.
No, that's a jabby get.
I don't think that's right. There are worse.
In Tottenham's history, Gary, whoa. Don't make you and me have a virtual domestic. I can have a domestic with him easy. Don't make me. I'm going to look forward to this summer. this window season, seeing Alfie thrive. We're seeing Alfie thrive. Divine inspiration. Alfie Divine will be doing divine things. Lee Townsend, absolutely. I don't understand.
Like Eze in the team, desperate to have a player like Eze.
You know what? Let's say with this, with positive, being serious right now. 280 of you in here. All the players we've been linked with, and obviously you got an extensive list. If you could sign one right here, right now, who is it? One of the players we've been linked with has to be linked with. No, obviously it's ITKs and whatever. But of all the players we've been linked with right now, if one player could sign on the dotted line as we're speaking, who would it be?
Rafael Leao.
You're going Leao?
I'm going Leao.
I mean, the list is coming in. We'll go through them in a minute. It is Eberechi for me. It is
Lionel Messi. Bring on Messi. Bring in Messi.
Someone said Morgan Gibbs White. I haven't said Morgan because obviously that is not going to happen. I mean of players that can literally that are still available. But if MGW was still a target, I would have chosen MGW over Eze. But see now, Mola, I love this kid. I love this kid, but he is that. Oh, Ross is throwing a spanner in the works and going for 2. He lives by his own rules.
He does.
Joshua's gone for 3 now. Here we go. The rules are out the window.
Going 3.
Well, mate, we've just gone rock and roll.
People just making up their own rules.
Make it up. Like Rodrigo, hands down. Rodrigo.
I don't know who I prefer, Rodrigo to Leao. I don't know. I really do like Leao. I think Leao could be an absolute barnstormer. I think Paz is a great signing. I really do, but it's putting too much. It's a very, very difficult deal.
Not only is it a very, very difficult deal, we're putting it into youth again when we need quality. Grealish.
Eze. Eric Dyer from Barba. Eric Dyer.
Big up, Barbarian brother. Big up. Someone's got Harry Kane. Now we're just changing. As I said, Donna, links that we've genuinely been linked with. We've just now gone completely. We've gone completely off the boil. We've gone for 2, 3. Ross has just said sign them all. Mate, Ross, do you want to become chairman, mate? That'd be wonderful.
Yeah.
Levy out, Enoch out from Stelman.
No way. Oh, bloody hell.
Maradona from Angus McDowell.
I like this. He wants to sign Levy out.
Yeah.
But on that note, guys, we are going to end.
If there's not a comment to end with.
Big up Akim Fenwa. Big up Akim Fenwa. But on that note, we are going to end the show there. Tottenham on Tour and the Kauffie Company will be back on Monday at 2 p.m. UK time. Thank you all so much for watching today's show. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your weekend. Be kind to all your friends and all your family and to everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And as always, everyone, if you smell what the Kauff is brewing, take it away, Aki.
The Thomas Frank therapy session is closed until Monday, unless I do another late night one tomorrow or Sunday. I might even do one tonight because Ilana's coming back and she said she's shattered. So maybe there'll be one tonight, but hopefully one over the weekend. If anything does break, we will do something. I might do another pre-recorded video with a script and have another passionate one. But like I said, Frank therapy session is now closed. Thomas, Frank. Thomas, Frank. And as always, Levy out.
We are redirected now to Jose's video, so go and give Jose some love. Have a great rest of your weekend. Ciao for now.